Interesting scenario there. So how long do you think this is going to take to resolve?
Well, in one sense, I cannot predict what the courts will do. And for whatever reasons, I'm not aware there's application for accelerated hearing of any of this case, but we hope it will resolve as soon as there's a judgment of the Court of Appeal. I think we should go ahead with the election, whatever it says.
Who should be applying for the accelerated hearing?
Any of the parties can. Any of the parties.
So why isn't INEC doing that?
Well, we have to be careful how we deal with certain issues, because already we're being accused that we have interest one way or the other. PDP is accusing us, go ahead as a substituting judgment, go ahead and conduct the election with us. And we think if we do that, it will be against the established principle that, no, it will set a dangerous precedent as well, because other people will want to substitute their candidates. And the PDP took benefit in Kogi State, where we instead of APC, who had a disqualification, cannot participate in an election. So each of the major parties has taken benefits one way or the other. But when it doesn't suit them in this particular case, they have insisted they want to go to court and stop us from excluding them and allowing them to substitute those candidates.
Okay, tell us about continuous voter registration exercise. How is it going?
Well, this is third day, really. We recall that it was launched on Thursday last week, and we did Thursday, we did Friday, and then because of the public holiday, because it's between the hours of 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on working days, because we're using our staff and we're using normal conditions of service for them. So far, so good. Most of the reports have been positive. Of course, there are one or two teething challenges here and there, but generally, the reports we've been getting from the field is that things are going fairly well.
Are people aware?
There's a degree of awareness. I've been to one or two area council offices where this is going on, and there's quite a huge turnout of especially young people. So there's a level of awareness. We have insisted the voter education, the enlightenment campaign should be done at the grassroots, at the local governments and lower levels, not necessarily at the federal level. But yes, we've attempted within available resources to create a level of high level of awareness. We've partnered with the media, civil society, the political parties. Say, look, it is in your own interest to get people registered, for those who haven't registered before. And also for those who want to do their transfers. People have been calling to ask, I have moved locations, I want to do my transfer. This is a window for it. And of course, there's also a dedicated officer, a dedicated desk for those who have not collected their cards. As I told you last time, there are more than 7 million people who have not collected them. They are permanent voters' cards who had registered before.
7 million people?
Over 7 million, yes.
Well, that's definitely a huge number.
It is indeed.
Is INEC finding out why it is, that people have not been able to collect their cards or are not picking them up?
Well, we tried to find out, and there are some obvious reasons. Some people have changed locations and cannot go back to where they registered for whatever reasons, economic or other reasons. There were security issues, economic issues, some were youth corpus, some were on transfer. Some obviously are dead. But we don't think that is a significant enough number to get to 1 million, 7 million as we do. So at every specific forum, we have even in Lagos, for example, we partnered with some CSOs, we partnered with other people, and we have extended the distribution to lower levels because they have a local government election coming up in a couple of months, and we've reduced them. Say, look, we are interested, even the INEC has also partnered with us, said, let us get people to collect their cards so that they can exercise their franchise in the local government elections and all subsequent elections. The same PVC, the same permanent voters card that is being used for local government elections as well.
So tell us, is this happening across the entire country?
Yes, it is. All at the moment, it's in all local governments of the INEC offices, local governments. That is because of cost and logistics. We're using our staff. We're not recruiting ad hoc staff to do that at the present moment. But subsequently, when we monitor the progress, we may go to lower levels, probably at the ward levels or restaurant area levels, so that we come closer. We realize that it's a challenge for some people. Even the FCT, when the thing was formally flagged off, one or two people called, look, it can take up to 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and maybe 1,000, 2,000 naira in terms of transport to get to the INEC area council office to pick up their cards. And that might be okay for some people, but for some, that's a big challenge. That's a disincentive to actually leave your house and go there and spend maybe 1 hour or something to pick your card. So subsequently, we may go at lower levels, but for those who have the proximity, the time, and near enough to go and pick their cards or to do the CVR, there is no rush now. you know, there is no rush, and we
well,
want to avoid that
it's a good
situation.
thing you realize that this is a challenge, and you're already, you know, addressing it almost. It's like you took the question right out of my mouth, because immediately you said it's happening at the INEC office in the local government headquarters.
Correct.
You know immediately that that's a logistical nightmare for a lot of people.
Yes.
But, you know, before we, you know, talk about how soon you'll be deploying towards, let's quickly go to Lagos, where Chimilin has a question for you.
Well, I'm just wondering, I mean, you said that at the time that the PDP went to court, the judge ruled that they need to or must include their candidate, but which I think you said INEC was not satisfied. But later this year, 2017, the same judge ruled on the same subject matter that the time for, I think, the nomination, withdrawal, or substitution of candidates is over. So if that judgment came this year on the same subject matter, why is INEC still in court?
Yes, well, because the judge did not overrule herself to say that the time is over, I disregard my earlier judgment. She gave a ruling in a subsequent case involving different parties. It did not involve the PDP. Her judgment is still subsisting. That is a ruling in which she said, look, time for nomination has closed. I am not just going to reopen that time. But her earlier judgment was still subsistent. She did not overrule herself. If she had said, oh, I gave that earlier judgment in error, or for whatever reasons it is null and void, I set it aside, then tomorrow we'll go to the field and conduct that election.
Well, Mr. Oluwole, we'll take a moment now. When we return, we will talk a bit more about how you can get your permanent voter cards. Just stay with us.